Hello everyone, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this paper crafting video. Today it's a haul video, and as a demonstrator I'm allowed to pre-order from the new annual catalogue and the new online exclusives that go live at the beginning of May. This is the new catalogue. It is lovely. I can't show the inside to you just yet, but I will be doing an online launch at the beginning of May, and there will be a pre-recorded video going up on my YouTube channel, so do look out for that. And we'll be going through the catalogue together, having a look at some of my favourites, some things that you might miss out on your first glance through, and I'll also be explaining some of the changes compared to last year's catalogue. If you do want a copy of the catalogue, I have copies in the house. They are ready to send out. So just drop me a line. You can either hop onto my website and you'll find the link in the description box below, or you could just leave a message here and I will get back to you and I will send one out to you. It is a lovely catalogue. As you can see, I do like the front of it. It basically says everything we do. You've got some card making, stamping, some scrapbooking, you've got ink pads. It's lovely. So if you do want one of those, just let me know. Okay, so let's move on to the goodies I got. Now I'm going to tell you as I go along what is from the main catalogue and what is an online exclusive. I will say from now that a lot of our products through the year will be in the online exclusive category. You can find that just by hopping onto my link to my online shop below, and if you click on the menu and the products, you'll find the little menu there that says online exclusives, and you can see all of the online exclusives. An online exclusive just basically means a product that Stampin Up is producing that is only available online and not in the annual catalogue, but you order it the same way as you order any product from Stampin Up. It just means Stampin Up can bring more products to you throughout the year, and as things change, as the market changes, it can react to what you want more quickly, which is always a good thing. Right, so let's start with the goodies. That's what you want to see, isn't it? This is my first stamp set called Gallery Blooms. As you know, I'm a sucker for any floral stamp set. I love my flowers. So I love this one here. I like the artwork here, is just gorgeous. And of course it has the matching dies. So let me get those out for you. I thought I'd taken all the plastics off these, but obviously I haven't. So I'm sorry for the crinkles. We're going to have a look at these together. Get rid of that. I'll save those plastics that I just took off because those are great for making shaker cards. So here you've got these, and I love this one. I wanted to show you. It gives you this double frame. So you've got this one big one, and then you've got this, and of course you can use it as a shaker frame. It will be lovely, absolutely gorgeous. So you've got the bits that cut out the dies, and you've got some extra elements here as well to really fill out your card. So that is the Gallery Blooms. Let me put this back in here, at least so I don't lose it. Okay, so that's Gallery Blooms. Let's put that over there. Sorry, ooh, it's a bit of a glare. Sorry about that. Okay, another, as I said, ooh, that's no good. Sorry about that. Another floral stamp set, and this is called Pretty Florals. And again, you've got some of these lovely images here. You can two-step stamp them, as you can see here. You can have the base, and then you can add all the details, etc. This is photopolymer again, and of course it has the matching dies. And as before, I haven't taken these out of the plastic, so we're having a look at these together. The first time either of us will see them. Now, as I said, save this for your shaker pockets. Yes, it has a little hole here. It has to for suffocation reasons for children. But even if you cut this out here, then you can make this into a full card shaker, and you can reuse this acetate instead of it going to waste. And why not? It's free. It comes with what you've bought, so reuse it rather than wasting it. Why not? Let me show you these fabulous dies. Look at all of those. Aren't they amazing? And you get all the dies to cut out the stamp images, but you also get all of these extra dies here, so you can actually make up these flowers just using the dies, or you can stamp and then die cut as well. So you have both options, which I think is always really useful. But some people don't always want to stamp. Some people want to just die cut, or you have different days, different styles on different cards. So, you know, I think that's really, really useful. Okay, an embossing folder. This is called Turtle Textures. And this is just a normal A6 embossing folder. It's not a 3D one. So you've got that one. And these are all in the annual catalogue, I should say. You've got this one called Damask Designs. And again, this is a 6x6, but it's just a normal embossing folder, not a 3D. So you don't need that special plate or anything like that. I'm sorry about all of this glare. It's because of the plastic. Okay, but you can see there a really nice design there. Okay, so that's from the annual catalogue. Let's move into online exclusives. I went a bit wild here. Normally I've always tried not to buy so much from the online exclusives, but this time, well, I couldn't resist. I love this one with all these different little images. You've got here, you've got the let's see if I turn this light off. That's a bit better. Maybe, yeah, that's better. You've got this lovely little tree house and this country scene, little cottage. I love this little bridge over the stream. And you've got the lighthouse. I think it's just darling. Really, really cute. So you have that. And then, of course, as I said, you've got the matching dies. So let's have a look at those. Now, the dies are what I really liked here. Well, you've got these little ovals here, which I really like. And then you've got this rectangle, but it has this little embossed texture to it as well, so it'll frame up all of your little images, or it could just be so useful in any card making, so, or scrapbooking or whatever. I like incorporating stamps in my scrapbooking. I know a lot of scrapbookers don't, but if you use, you know, a permanent ink, it should be okay. And it just depends whether you want your scrapbook to last forever or if it's just for something for you to do. It really is what you want out of it. Then you've got this one called Paper Tags. Now this is a cling red rubber stamp, and I have to say I don't mind photopolymer. As you can see, I've bought tons of photopolymer stamps. You know, they are lovely and there's a lot you can do with them, and it is great for layering. Make no mistake, it's great being able to see through the stamp and then layer up your stamps. It's wonderful. But at heart, I'm a red rubber girl. I just love the durability and the detail you can get with red rubber stamps. So we've got this one here called Paper Tags. And I love this. It's a wonderful day to celebrate you. May your day be filled with sunshine and laughter. I think that's just beautiful. Consider this a paper hug. So cute. Then of course, matching dies. Of course. I love that all of these sets have the matching dies to cut everything out. And these dies are fabulous. Look at these. So you've got this die here to cut out your piece here, and it also cuts out this little heart here. And when you're finished with it, the scrap bit of that little heart, you can still cut that and use that on another project. It's just so useful. And then you've got all the little tags and this wonderful little scroll and all sorts. It's lovely. Really, really fun die set. I'm going to be using that a lot, I can see. You can make some really great cards. You can make some what I call a hidden tag card, or you can just use it as a series of tags on the front of your card. Be great for scrapbooking. So useful. And yes, another floral stamp set. I told you, I love these. Love it. Impressions of Bloom. I appreciate you. Thanks so very much for being there. And then these lovely little florals that you can layer up however you want. I think that's going to be have a lot of fun playing with those. And I think when you have a set like that where you can layer up different florals, different colours, it's sometimes good to do like a little swatch page where you just play, where you start off with a base in different colours and then layer on the top bit and see what combinations float your boat, you know, and just have a play. Really useful. And then of course we've got these matching dies here. So let's have a look at these. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at these. You've got the outline here, and then you've got an in piece here as well. So you can again use these together or alone. So you can just cut out your stamped image, or you can cut out a paper. And you've got all of these lovely florals and foliage, and you can have a ball there making pretty cards, pretty floral images. You could do something, be lovely for some home decor pieces. I think it would be really nice for summer if you wanted to make a little home decor piece, you know, like a little frame maybe. You know, if you can buy like a little shadow box at 6 by 6 inches, and then you could have all of these flowers cut out, stamped, some cut out from cardstock in the centre with a nice frame. You can make a lovely little floral shadow box to give as a present. Be really cute. Right, last but not least, I've got this one, Sweet Jar. I had to buy it. I love my punches. Dies are great, make no mistake. They don't take up so much space in storage. They're very easy to use. But you do need to have a die cutting machine to use your dies. A punch you don't, and I find a punch so quick. If you've ever seen with me, I love my punches. If you see my retired stock, and you can see all my retired stock, there's a link to my retired Facebook group where I'm trying to sell off my retired stock. Things are a bit quiet at the moment there, but I really want to get rid of that retired stock. So if you see something there you like, you're not sure about the price, or you want to offer a different price, just contact me, because that stuff has got to go, and we're going to be having one massive sale very soon there, because I want it gone. I am sick of sitting on all my retired stuff and it going nowhere, not being used. So do check that out and please buy. I'm shamelessly making a plug here that, you know, I want to get rid of my retired stock, that I want people to, I wanted to go to a home where people are going to use it and love it just as much as I have. So back to what I was saying about punches. I don't really ever sell punches because I love my punches. I have a collection of punches and I adore them. And I go back and I do use them sometimes. You'll see in my projects, I say, especially my circle punches and stuff, even if they're retired, I still use them because I just love them so much. Anyway, back to this one. This is the Sweet Jar punch, as you can see. And it matches this lovely little sweet jar here. And then you've got lots of different things you can put in here, like the jelly beans, these little sprinkles, flowers, all sorts of little hearts. And then you've got the candles, and you've got all sorts of little things you could put in here as well. You know, lots of different ideas. You could fill it with florals, all sorts. You can make this very much, I think this would look lovely as a little shaker element on a card as well. So you have that. So that's online exclusive again. Then I've got a few extra online exclusive dies to show you. And this is called the More Messages. Now, the majority of these online exclusives I'm showing you are not available as yet. They will be available from the first week of May in my online shop. I love these dies. Look at these More Messages. I liked all the different little images. I didn't actually get the stamp set, and I'm wondering whether I'll go back and get it. But I just liked, you know, cut out all these different images here, and even just not even use them just for cutting out words, but just using them as layering pieces on my scrapbooking or as on my card making, just using them as embellishment starters. I think it would be really, really nice. And you could have some real fun with that. Great way to, using a die like that is a great way to use up your scraps as well, where you can make all these little tags and little labels and stuff to then use on future projects, so you're not wasting anything. So let's have a look at this one and see what this one is. This is called the Fancy Borders die. Now this took my fancy. Ha ha ha. Ooh, look at those hearts. Isn't that cute? Can you imagine that along the side of you could have that along the side of the card like that, or just as a border at the bottom. This would be lovely on a scrapbook page as well. You could but you could link these together. Oh, that's pretty. And then you've got these lovely scallops. And I love this little sort of foliage motif here. Oh yes, we're going to have some fun with those. But I love these little hearts. And then even when it's going to cut out the heart, so you won't see all of those little cut out pieces, are going to be lovely embellishments to be able to save and use on future cards. Oh, that was a good buy. I'm happy with that. Yay. Okay, let's have a look what this one is. It's like Christmas, isn't it? Having a look at all these wonderful stuff. I'm such a lucky girly. My grandmother used to use that name, girly. This is called the Sentimental Framing Dies. Oh, these are pretty. This is different. Look at this. It's got a lovely, I don't know if you can see the texture here. So it'll print out, it'll emboss this texture as well. And give you, you've got the border here. Oh, I think it's going to be nice. I have to start playing. Okay. I can sit there like that. And 2 embossing folders. This is the glass, excuse me, glass and gardens embossing folders. There's 2 of them in here, and these are one of the small ones. And then I've got some pressed flowers, which is that one there. Sorry. So you can see those 2 there. Okay, so let me move this stuff out the way, at least, so we have some space. And let's move on to some other bits and bobs. First thing I'm going to do, I think, is introduce you to the new in colours. So every year we lose 5 in colours and we get 5 new in colours. So the in colours that are leaving us are boho blue, moody mauve, copper clay, wild wheat and pebbled path. So if those colours float your boat, make sure you stock up on anything you want before it leaves our offering at the end of April. The new in colours are delicious. We have strawberry slush. It has come back. This used to be an in colour. I don't remember when. I think it was an in colour maybe 2014, 2015 it left the offering. Somewhere around then. One of my favourite in colours of all time. It came at the same time as Baked Brown Sugar and Coastal Cabana. Coastal Cabana is coming to our main colour offering, but Strawberry Slush didn't, and it's back now as again as an in colour, and I am so happy. Then you've got Timid Tiger. I love the name Stampin' Up thinks of them. I don't know how it manages it. And you've got Darling Duckling and you've got Secret Sea. Now you'll see that one of them is missing, and that is an ink pad called Cloud Cover, and that's because unfortunately Stampin' Up have had a problem with the Cloud Cover ink pad, in that the ink is separating for some reason, so they're not going to sell it when it's not of a high enough quality. So they're hoping to get it fixed as soon as possible, and when it is, it will be available again in the online store. So those are our colours in the ink pads. Now I'll show you the cardstock. So this is Cloud Cover. It's this lovely sort of bluey grey colour. Then you've got Darling Duckling. And every time I think of Darling Duckling, I think of feeding the ducks. And in the next village to us in Netherlands, they have a little a beck, as they call it around here. And there's always ducks on the beck. So this just reminds me of that. And this was the Timid Tiger. It really is a lovely orange, a true orange, you know. Really nice orange. It's going to be lovely, I think, for Halloween and such. And then you've got Secret Sea, and this seems to change colour. It's very dark here, but it seems to change as you go along, and it's not black. It's like a very dark sort of grey navy. Really lovely. And then of course my favourite, Strawberry Slush. Such a pretty pink. Such a pretty pink. So those are your new in colours. So lots of fun to be had there. Okay, let's move on to quickly onto some embellishments. These are from the online catalogue. So they've got here the 25 to 27 in colour flat pearls, the shades of green hexagons, and the pressed flower motifs. Okay, and then these are all from the online exclusives. You've got these natural matte dots, starburst sequins, strawberry slush and pretty pink gems, and the holographic resin gems. Then I've got this ribbon, which is white ribbon. It doesn't say what it is, just white, simple little white ribbon. And then I have here as well this gold mesh ribbon. And then we have some of these loose shaker elements, which I love, because I like my shaker cards, or my shaky cards as I call them. Look at that, all that iridescence, isn't that beautiful? Oh, look at that sparkle. Let's put that back in there before anything runs away. And then we've got these small little shaker domes, just tiny little ones like that. It'd be lovely for cards. You could do multiple on a card, which just looks so cute. And then I did get some of this twine, and this is the Pack Your Bags 3 twine, and you've got the colours here. I've got my favourite colour there, Strawberry Slush. Okay, so that's some new embellishments to have fun with. Right, I did get this. It's also from an online exclusive, the suitcase treat boxes, and you can see here they're a good size, and you can make these little treat boxes, and it has a little handle that looks like a suitcase, and you get 12 in a pack. Sorry about the noise. So let's move on to some paper quick sticks. Okay, so this is the Lovely Garden paper, and this again is an online exclusive. So let's get rid of that. So you've got these lovely florals. Absolutely adore these florals. And this matches the Thankful Garden stamp set, which is also an online exclusive. And you can see here, really pretty florals. And we're going to be using this as the basis of my May card club. So if you do want to join May card club, then booking is open until the 3rd of April. So do have a look at that. These are from the annual catalogue. This is lovely. This reminds me of the National Gallery. It's called Beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. There's a 6x6 pad. But it reminds me very much of things you'd find in the National Gallery. So you can see here you've got these. Very much paintings. Botanical artist. A friend of my aunt is a botanical artist. She's had her works in exhibitions throughout the world. Really very good artist she is. So you can see here, just showing you the lovely patterns you've got, and these do remind you of things you'd find in the V&A or the National Gallery in London. We used to live opposite the V&A, so I know that very well. Look at these gorgeous patterns. Really do look like old masters, impressionists paintings. Really nice. And then the last one I've got here is Florals in Bloom, and this again is from the annual catalogue. So let's have a look at these. And this matches the Memorable Blooms suite of products. And you've got a scrapbooking kit, you've got stamp sets, you've got everything. The pretty floral stamp set that I showed you earlier matches this paper. Look at these hyacinths, they're lovely. Tulips, so pretty. Oh, I love that. Look at these gorgeous florals. Okay, so that was the Florals in Bloom paper. Right, so I think I've shown you everything I have. Quite a lot. This video is really long. I hope you don't mind. So everything, as I said, the annual catalogue here will go live. I think it's the 6th of May that it goes live. So if you want a copy of this, as I said, do just hop onto my website and click on the contact me button, or leave me a message down below and I'll get one out to you straight away. So thank you for watching this paper crafting haul, featuring all the new products from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalogue 2025 and the online exclusives that go live in May this year. And until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.